It feels like it's been a while since I last did one of these. Especially one for Tower of God. But, as you'll have seen from the title and thumbnail, we're going to be discussing Tower of God fights that I think were just really fucking cool. Obviously, let me know your favorite fights from the series and why in the comments. And also, before we get into it, we are really close to 300 at the time of recording. Like, I think on like 297 last time I checked. So, if you're new, please do consider subscribing, because getting 300 before the end of February would be incredible. And if you're not new, well, you know, like, comment as I said, give the video a share, hit the notification bell, you know, the usual self-shilling type beat. YouTube stuff. Just how it be. I say that as if I'm like aiming to be monetized, or even am monetized. Doubt that'll ever happen. Cool if it could, but I doubt it. Anyway, my favorite fights in Tower of God. Obviously, there's a lot, and I've not read Season 1 yet. I've only seen it from the anime. I will eventually get around to reading Season 1. I'll probably make a video out of it. But, yeah. To be fair, the fights in Season 1, there's not as many. Maybe it'd be tests in Season 1, I guess. Anyway, fights. There are a lot of really cool fights in Tower of God. Especially in Season 2, and so far in Season 3, there have also been quite a few really good ones. Specifically two that I'm gonna highlight mainly. I'll probably think of some others. This isn't scripted. I don't even have notes for this. I just started recording and I'm just running with it, if you couldn't tell already. But yeah. So the first fight I'm really gonna talk about that I think was really fucking good. White vs. Kallavan. Now the fight was really good. It's one that I've read recently as well. In video form. It was a really good fight. Really enjoyed seeing White and Kallavan fight, because obviously they're two really cool, really powerful characters, seeing them face off, even though Kallavan was handicapped the first time they fought. You know, when they fight properly and he's got both his arms, it's really sick when they fight at the wall. Although, I don't think it's the best fight in the series. You know? I don't think it's the best fight, but I do think it is really damn good. You know, when Kallavan loses his arm, I do think that him using the Essence of Bravery explosions to just make another arm is a bit dumb. Yes, you can explain it away, and, you know, it's not, you know, bullshit, as someone explained to me in the comments when I initially read that fight and made this original point then. But again, it's still just, I don't know, something about it doesn't quite sit right with me, which is kind of what holds the fight back from being like, yo, this is sick. Like, if Kallavan had low-key just straight perma lost an arm, could you fucking imagine how sick that'd be going forward? How, like, you know, the weight of White and Kallavan's fight would, like, permeate throughout the series going forward. It'd be sick. Sorry, I've just recorded 2 videos before this as well. And I drank a lot of water in between to, like, soothe my throat a little bit, because I voice acted them, and the Tower of God one was really long, as you'll have seen. Monday's video was almost half an hour for one bloody chapter. And so, you know, I've got the hiccups a little bit, so if I pause every now and then, that's why. But yeah, obviously we get to see loads of cool-ass techniques from both White and Kallavan, and basically they slowly start, you know, bringing more of each other's strength out. You know, first, you know, Kallavan's like, yeah, this isn't enough, and then White's like, no, don't worry, we got more. And, you know, they keep bringing it up. It's really cool. I do actually think their first fight, you know, when White isn't at full power earlier on, I do think that fight is cooler. I prefer that one to the one later on where Kallavan has both his arms. Because even though, yes, both of them are technically stronger and have more techniques at that point, I do prefer the earlier fight when they're both a bit handicapped. I think it's just more interesting when they're a bit weaker. But yeah, that fight's really cool, but again, it's not really up there, which is why I'm mentioning it first. We're going to go into fights I like more and more as we go on. I wonder if you can guess what my favorite fight in the series is. I think I've mentioned it. I think I have. But, yeah, I don't know. Have I? I feel like I have. I don't know if that's to, like, people in real life or in video, or both. I don't know. But I think I've mentioned it. Anyway, the next fight I'm going to talk about is from early Season 2-ish, and that is Ran versus Anak. 2 characters I've not seen in the webtoon for what feels like a small eternity. I know a narc shows up during the nest, or I believe she does. Ran? Fuck knows. But yeah, the Ran and Narc fight is so cool. Well, obviously, Ran pulls out the lightning pill, which is sick. A narc being, you know, Princess of Jahad, or a half princess, I guess, technically, is what she really is. And, you know, it's just really strong. And that fight is just really good. It's also, I think probably the only thing with that fight is because it's earlier into Season 2, and obviously the art style gets, at least in terms of Season 2, I think the art style gets a lot better as time goes on. It starts out, you know, very smooth. You know, not a whole lot of detail. I'm not saying it's bad, don't get me wrong, it's way better than anything I could fucking draw. But I think the only thing that holds back the Ryan and Narc fight is the art compared to like some of the other ones I'm going to mention in this video. But the fight is still incredible. Like, it's really cool. It's been a while since I've read it, so I'm not going to be able to go into details as much with this one. But again, it's just a fight I really liked. Ryan and Narc, I mean, to be fair, I think it is a pretty popular fight. I don't think there's many people that dislike it. So, yeah, there's that. Speaking of Ran, what was the guy's name? During the name hunt station, one of the, like, big bosses or whatever they were called. I can't remember what they were called in the name hunt station. Ran fights the REA, you know, the guy that's like white. Well, not like white, the REAs. What's his name? I feel like it begins with a Q, but I might be getting that confused with one of, you know, the white clones from earlier in the, you know, during the Hell Train. But yeah, Ran's fight with him is also pretty fucking cool. You know, again, lightning pill, it's pretty sick. I'm not going to comment on this one as much, because as you can tell, I clearly don't fucking remember much about it. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah. We'll be coming back to the workshop battle. Workshop battle? Did I actually just call this the workshop battle? The name hunt station. Oh my god. The Ran and Narc fight was during the workshop battle, during the gambling game. And then the Ran REA guy fight was during the fucking name hunt station. Jesus, how did I get that wrong? Yikes. Another fight that I think is really cool. Dallas show. Balm vs. White. Or Joaquin. I believe he's still Joaquin at that point. Has he merged with all of the clones at that point? I think he has. So technically, I guess he is White at that point, not Joaquin. But that fight, it's less of a fight and more of a battle. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but you know what I mean. You've read it. You've seen it. They don't really fight properly, but I do like that. Even though it isn't really a fight. Again, I'm going to move on quickly from it because it isn't really a fight. I'm going to move on to... I guess I have done 5. I guess I could call this a top 5 video. But then again, it's really not structured that way. Number 5, fuck. Number 1, I guess. My favorite fight in the series, I believe I've mentioned this before, going back to the name hunt station, is Balm vs. Kaiser, or Elaine. I'm gonna be real, I think that fight is sick. Like, it's so fucking cool, man. So first of all, the art. The art looks amazing. Like, visually, it is stunning, it's striking. The choreography in the fight as well is incredible. Unlike, say, you know, White vs. Kallavan, but they're kind of just stood there, just trading blows at a distance. The Kaiser-Balm fight, that feels like there's so much motion to it. Especially when, you know, Kaiser pulls out Fenrir. You know, obviously that wounds Balm. That panel of Balm being bitten by Fenrir looks so fucking good. Like, it's such a cool panel. Also, you know, Kaiser having all of these, you know, weapons, like the invisible threads, moving weapons around in the air. It's so goddamn cool. And Balm, you know, eventually, you know, taking the win, breaking the mask. I believe he does. He does, right? He breaks the mask. And, you know, calling Kaiser by her real name, you know, Lopabia Elaine, is just a really cool fight. And it was a brilliant way to top off the name hunt station. It was an arc I really liked. Although you probably wouldn't think that, given I skipped over it in my Season 2 arc reviews. And then had to go back to it because I skipped it. But yeah, it's a really cool fight. I absolutely love the Kaiser Elaine vs. Balm fight. It's so cool. Also, I just like Elaine. I just wish she was relevant, like, at all. Shame, really. But yeah, that's my favorite fight in the series. I probably haven't explained it well, but yeah. This is a very rushed video, if you couldn't tell. Not scripted, terrible format. I'm just rambling into a microphone. I hope you enjoyed. If you disagree with anything I've said, obviously let me know in the comments. Tell me your favorite fights, like I said at the beginning. And with all that said, I've been Animosity, you've been you, and I was going to try and keep this under 10 minutes until I just looked at the recording time. Ta-ta. Bye now.